All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel where we have a shocker of a review for you. That's right, the Tuya knife shocker from designed by SD Knives and brought to us from Dave Warren and Tuya Knife. Very cool. I bought this one a little while ago and it's time for the review. Welcome to the Knives Fast channel. Guys, it's a fun place. We have a good time. Make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and join us for a live stream on Monday nights. We have so much fun. Mondays at 7:45 on YouTube, and check me out on Instagram at Knives Fast. Now, this is the Tuya knife shocker, and again, it comes in this cool Pelican style case. Here is your information. This is the shocker. The blade finish is 20 CV, handmade satin flats and DLC. The handle material is PVD black aluminum. Now, this is the one I chose. There are other versions available. So there's this black DLC coated titanium with black DLC coated blade that you can still see the hollow grind through, the satin, which is great. There is the plain tie one. These are $295. The plain tie is $285. And then there is also a bronze and satin version as well. That's $285. Now, these are available. I will leave the link below, but we're going to do us one of them there, review things, and so let's get into it. This is, again, made of titanium and, of course, contoured titanium. You guys know if I picked it, it's most likely going to have contoured titanium. It is black coated. You do have these really cool designs here. I will tell you those are not super chamfered. It doesn't hurt or anything, but they are definitely sharp-ish, I guess I would say. But not bad. And they also provide a little bit of grip, but your coating already has nice grip to it. I actually like that they went with kind of shiny satin on the hardware and the black blade and the black, handle here. You do have a black, wow, words aren't working, backspacer that actually protrudes a little bit, which is cool. I actually like that it sits proud and has really nice jimping on there. There is no lanyard hole. The clip is not reversible. It's single side only. It does go in and out of the pocket better than I thought looking at that ramp. It's fine. It's not a problem. Nice tension, and you have about that much sticking out of the pocket. Not too bad. It is a smaller knife than I usually go for, but really liked the look of it, and we'll talk about how it fits in my hand here in a minute. Now, you do have, like I said, a DLC-coated blade here, and you can see satin horizontal flats and diagonal swedge and vertical grind that just looks sick. This thing is a beautiful knife, and I should really wipe that blade real quick. I was just doing some cutting with it earlier today, so let me just wipe it so you guys can see how this really looks. There we go. So look, it just has a cool look. I don't usually go for black coated blades very often, but I just loved the look, and it is 20 CV, and it is a deep hollow grind, as you can see. Now, guys, when this sucker is open, it's locked up like a rock. I don't have any blade play. I heard of some people having some pivot lash. I do not. And again, your detent is nice and solid. It's not coming out of there. Nope. And again, we are locked up solid. No problems, blade play or lock rock. It looks like about a 25 on the lockup there. You do have good chamfers. Now, you guys know I usually prefer a pass-through, but because you have chamfers on both sides and your lock bar moves pretty easily, mostly because you have a very large cutout here, it's not a problem. It works fine, and the action on this, it is riding on bearings. You can see sick, and it is really good sounds on the close and on the open. I middle finger flick to open this one. You can thumb flick it. The pill-shaped hole works very well for that. You can see you do have great jimping on the thumb ramp, and you have a nice clean harpoon here to rest your thumb. There is your Tuya logo and your 20 CV, and over here is your SD Knives logo, who designed it. Very cool looking knife. Now, the next question that you would have is, does it cut? And the answer to that question is ridiculously well. This knife definitely passes the cut test. Again, we are coming down extremely thin. It is a fairly high hollow grind. It's not full or anything, but it is very thin, very thin. It cuts very well as long as I don't screw it up. As you can see, I keep going into the sharpening choil. Now, that is something to think about. You have a very large sharpening choil, and twice then I caught in the sharpening choil. So you gotta bear in mind that there's a sharpening choil there, and just stay away. Second video in a row where I've made a giant mess cutting cardboard. Love it. We are gonna do a really cool comparison here in a minute that I thought fit really well with this one. So we'll go over that here in just a moment. So stick around. You do have a lock bar interface to keep from having any sticker issues or anything. But you can see the action is really, really good. Smooth on those bearings. Very nice. I'm really glad I picked this up. Definitely worth the price for sure. All right. So this is $295 for this one right here. And it is, again, is a 7.1 inch knife overall, 3.7 ounces. There is a little bit, quite a bit actually, of skeletonization inside, especially on the show side. 3.7 ounces, 7.1 overall, 3.1 inch blade. It says it's 61 HRC plus or minus. And yeah, very, very cool. And this is from SD Knives, or Bad Habits Manufacturing. And that is their design and made by Tuya. Now, let's take a look at our normal comparison. Your Ontario Rat 1 is going to be significantly larger. Your Ontario Rat 2 is going to be about the same length, but a little not as tall, if you will. Okay, so there are those comparisons, and then we're going to add one here. I thought, looking at that blade shape, I try to think in my collection what it reminds me of. Now, you do have a harpoon, and the comparison knife does not, but I thought it's kind of similar in some ways to the Quiet Carry 9. You have titanium. Obviously, you don't have fat carbon, but the blade shapes, when you come down to it and kind of forget about the differences, they are very similar belly-wise there. You do have more of a point with this clip on the end of the shocker, kind of a clip point. It does have a clip here, but it's not nearly as aggressive. So yeah, somewhat similar. They are very similar size-wise. They're similar in the contouring and in the thickness. Blades are similar. Handles are similar. So I just thought that was the one that kind of reminded me of it, if you will. Now, what was the other thing I was about to do? Now ergonomics. So back here, I have 4 fingers. Now, my pinky is sort of resting in this slot right here, and my other 3 fingers are in here. I gotta be honest and say, when I'm back here, it's not as comfortable. Now, you do have a really good spot for your thumb here, and that works out really, really well. But what I like is to kind of come up on this flat right here, and like this. And so cut through like this, or like I said, kind of back here, either one. Either works. I just think this seems to be a little more comfortable for me, for sure. So really, really cool knife. I'm glad I picked it up. And it's going to stay here for a while, I think. But, I'll eventually sell it. It just seems lately I'm selling everything that's a fairly expensive knife, because then it allows me to kind of recoup and buy some more stuff. But for now, it's sticking around. So guys, let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stick around on the channel, and thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.